Yeah. Oh, nah. Woohoo! Mhm. 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 Hmm. Woohoo! Mm. When are you like gonna tell her? Do you feel like you're gonna tell her tonight? Tell me to think about. Wait, what? She said think about what? Does she know you use that app? All right, so if you used it, she's encouraging you to use dating apps, and it worked. And yeah, so then you should tell her that you found somebody. To be honest, even if you told her tonight, that would be kind of smart because she encouraged you to use it, and now you did, and you found somebody. I never heard of that app. Eh, Man, bro, can't even take a picture. That does not work. Oh, you're gonna tell her tonight. You should go tell her, and then let me know what she says. It'd be nice to tell her before. Be like, wait, you said it was we met the 22nd or the 23rd? Wasn't it like a special date that I don't know, I don't know. Oh, yeah, tell her in the morning. Oh, dee-la, la, la, dee la, 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 dee la. Hmm. Wait, but we decided to get together the same day we met, right? I'm almost positive we got together the same day or the next, because it had to be the next, because the first day we were talking and we didn't talk as much. Then the second day we really talked a lot. And then the third day, I think we decided to be together because I had asked you a few times and I was telling you how, like, if you don't make a choice, like, at this age or like blah, 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 that you're most likely gonna end up like those other people or blah, blah, something like that, right? I don't remember. And I was telling you how I was like tired of doing the same shit and going through the same thing, with the same type of responses before I even ask somebody out. And then you like changed your mind. You were like, you're right. And then we ended up getting together. It had to be the third day, but I don't remember. Get my sweater on real quick 'cause I'm cold. I'm hungry too. I don't know why I'm always hungry. Do you remember if we started dating the same day we met? I think we did. Where does it show you how long we've been friends? So, so we got together on the 20th, but we've been talking since the 17th, which I find weird we haven't met up yet. Because usually, like on dating apps, if I meet somebody, we meet up within 5 minutes. Like, that's a long time. 17, babe, it's been like over 2 weeks. That's not really good, to be honest. We should meet this weekend, just saying. Like, no excuses. I'm not saying you give excuses. I'm just saying you need to make time for your relationship because we're not seeing each other like for the month. Like, and we don't live far. We should healthily be seeing each other at least 20 times a year. See what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, if somebody lives like up the block from me, I feel like I will see them the perfect amount of time. My main point is I've never waited 2 weeks, almost a month. You know, there's 4 weeks in a month, and I've never waited that long to meet somebody that I met online. Like I usually meet somebody within 5 minutes of talking to them. So the fact that we haven't met in such a long time, it means, and I'm very busy. You know, I'm in school, working, blah blah blah. You're just basically working. I don't really know your other stuff going on, but when it comes down to like realistically speaking, like I don't know if you own a business, I don't know what you do. I just know you go to work, you get picked up and dropped off every day, and that's what you tell me. I don't know. And you're texting me consistently. So that being said, that would only mean that you're typically like readily available. No, I told you I haven't found a church in a while. I've been trying to look. I mentioned this stuff before. So are you free this weekend or no? I mean, what's the difference from meeting now and meeting on the weekend? I feel like you keep throwing me off. Like every time I want to hang out, it's a no, it's this, or something comes up. I've been around it long enough to realize if somebody's like trying to put me aside and not see me. I had this one Puerto Rican girl. She lived like 1 or 2 hours away, and I was talking to her on and off for like 2 weeks, and she was very interested, and she did insurance, right? And like she was really into texting me, and it seemed like she really liked me and enjoyed time with me. And then like I asked her a few times within like 2 weeks or so of hanging out. I asked her like 2 or 3 times. Like throughout the week, I would ask her once a week at least. And she would always be like, "No, I don't know. You live far. I wish you lived closer. I want somebody that lives close." And then we kept talking, blah blah blah. And then eventually she just got mad and was like, "I never want to meet you. I would never want to," like she showed an ugly side that made no sense because I've met people on dating apps within 5 minutes of talking to them. She was the only girl out of all those girls that did that. And you're kind of in that same mode with as her. And she was a regular girl. Like she didn't talk about church. She didn't do none of that. She just moving the same way you're moving, as in like don't not wanting to meet up, which is weird. But what is your mom? These people never even tell their mom or dad they're going out. They just come and link and hang out with me. They link up. That's it. Like adults. They never like, oh, I'm gonna tell my mom I want to see. Like, no. You sound like a child. Oh, I needed to see what my mom thinks so I could be like happy and then know what she thinks for my life. How about you do what you need to do to be an adult and make your own choices? I don't like that. Like I think I've talked to one other person like that and they were red flags like left and right. They're like, I gotta see what they think. I gotta find out what's happening so that if they think this, then I won't do this. But if I make this move, then they might think that it's good enough to do with you and like hang out and be around you. Somebody that was just worried about what their friends thought too often. You know what I mean? And like at the end of the day, a lot of people consider their friends family. So you kind of doing that, and that's a red flag for me. Wanting to know what they think, what she thinks, what she said, what he said. That's not good. People always, I was taught that in school. It's always what he said and she said, and that's not good. You make your own moves, you know. You got to see how I grew up and how I've been explaining myself to you, and then see what you've been through, and then be like, wait, maybe he's right. You know what I mean? Because you're not really doing that. You're just like, I'm sticking to these books, that paperwork that occurred, these experiences I've had. If I do this, I might win this. If I go this, that's how you're thinking when I like perceive you. Like you're not sure if this is right. Like you know so much information about me, but it's like, oh, I need to know what my mom thinks. You never mention what your dad says. You always, my mom. Like it's always, oh, I need to see what my mom says. I need to know what she thinks. I need to find out what my mom did so that if she had a situation, that's how you sound. You never mention your dad. So that's a red flag for me too. Like that's not cool. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Like, is there anything you don't understand? You're basically stalling me because you're worried about what your mom thinks. Period. I think you need to like make your own decision there, like before like our relationship doesn't work out. Because I feel like that's it's a red flag at this point. I'm taking it as like, oh, I don't want to see this guy. I don't trust him. I hear this. I hear that. That's how you're. That's how I'm perceiving you, and that's not. There's some. That's a red flag. Yeah, you say that, and you say I love you. I text you I love you. You don't write it back, but then we get on video chat, and you say it when we're leaving. Like there's too many red flags. Like it's starting to pile up. Like I want you to just either you could tell your mom tomorrow, but whether or not what she says, you're gonna make a choice to see me or not. Because telling her that we date and then you want to see what she says so you could meet me, that's not, bro. That's so much disrespect. Like that's so rude. That's like you saying, "Hey, this is how I perceive it." Because you're an adult, you should make your own moves. I'm saying it as like, "Oh, I'm gonna tell my coworker about you, and I'm gonna tell her tomorrow." But if I want to see what she thinks of you first, and if she doesn't like you, I'm definitely breaking up with you, and I'm definitely never talking to you again. That's how you sound. And you're saying this, and you're referring to your mother. So, mm, I think you should just listen to the voice note. All right, so when can I see you? Tonight or like what's a good time this week? It's the beginning of the week. It's like a Tuesday. I don't even know. It's literally a Tuesday and I have to wait 5 days before I see you. Like rounding up 14 days. That's like a whole 2 weeks. Like it seems like you had the time to, this is how I perceive it. Seems like you have time to see me, but I understand that the first time you said no at the very beginning, but like after a couple of times of like getting to know each other and conversating, and then I've asked again, and then random things start coming up that you gotta do, and they seem like they never occurred. The only thing I know occurred was you going to the hibachi, and that was yesterday. But you said your sister's birthday, this and that, like. And then for me, it sounded like you guys were just driving around, and that was yesterday, from what I remember. Because you know I'm busy and I lose track of time. I'm consistent on my job and my work, and I know when that stuff has to be done. So that's what it sounds like. Sounds like you're avoiding meeting me, unfortunately. And what about now? You can't come outside and just hang out before you go to sleep for work. You could even sleep over tonight if you wanted to, and then I could bring you to work tomorrow. That's what I mean. Like that's easy. Or since your house, well, your bedroom is on the first floor, I can literally just walk in, it seems like, and no one's gonna know. Because, I mean, it's up to you though, but like, I feel like you're not willing to do any of that. I don't know what the word is, but you're very distant. There's a word. What's the word? Dude, I blanked out. I just lost the word. For me being your boyfriend, you're way too far, we're too far apart. You know what I mean? I think you're focused on people's opinions more than your own life. Like I'm your boyfriend. We chose that. Nobody made you do anything, and it's kind of like it's kind of annoying to be honest, and it's getting to me. Well, like, okay, what does a game on Saturday have to do? Saturday morning have to do with Saturday night or Sunday evening or night? What does that have to do with meeting you up tonight? What does it have to do with meeting you up any other day throughout the week? That's the point. That's the only point you're making. For somebody who's had quote unquote never had a boyfriend, blah blah blah, you're kind of distant from a guy. You know what I kind of mean? Like if I never had a girlfriend before and I just met somebody I'm telling you I love and really like, bro, I'm gonna be the first one to go see them. I got a car. They live close. I'm out. I think this person is beautiful. I'm running to them if I can. You are not even there at all with that mindset and thought, and you're like, I don't know. I don't mind meeting. What's Friday? Hold on. I think Friday I have class in person. Oh, I have class on Thursday. So Friday does work. Friday works. Have to put an alarm. Lord, I'm about to take my 2 minute break. I studied for too long. Siri, set alarm for 2 minutes. When I tell my mom, I will say you want to pick me up and we're going to. Yeah, just and I don't want to meet your mom the first day. This isn't first grade or second grade. I can pick you up around your house like every other time that I met somebody online because that's rude. Like if I meet you at a club or a library, I met you there. I'm not going to meet you that same day I met you. We spontaneously met there. That doesn't mean, hey, let's go meet my mom now. That's not how it ever works. I know you never had a boyfriend. I'm just saying, if we met at a library or a campus, we're not gonna be like, hey, let's go meet my mom today. Like that's not how it works. No offense, but that's never happened to me, and no one has ever told me that that happened to them. For me, you don't just bring a woman to your mom the same day you met her. I've had plenty of girls, and I've never, dude, I've only brought like three girls to my mom and dad's house, and said, hey, this is my girlfriend. That's my point. Like you're basically ask. I hope you're not asking your mom for permission to go out at the age you are at, because dude, I mean, you can tell her we're gonna meet on Friday, but that doesn't mean you have to. I have to. meet your mom that same exact day. You know what I mean? I can pick you up like so you feel comfortable. I can pick you up around your house, not in front of it. Like, I mean, you should ask your you have family that have kids that are married, blah blah blah. Hey, question, guys. If you met somebody at a club or a library, right? Are you gonna bring them to your mom and dad that day? Just ask that. See what they say. You have all week to ask them. See what they say. Then say, hey, if you met somebody on a dating app, would you let them pick you up in front of your own house and you never met them? Guarantee you they're gonna say no with exclamation points at the end without having to write it out for you. Then you're gonna ask, hey, if you met somebody on a dating app, at that a Christian dating app, clearly you wouldn't want them to pick you up at your house. That's kind of weird, right? Right? So, that being said, my friend, okay, uh, I want you to figure it out, okay? They're probably gonna say, uh, dude, if I just met somebody from a dating app, I'm not gonna have them. First off, they're not picking me up in front of my house. That's everybody knows that. That's just common sense. Meaning that's just something people understand that they should never do, right? Second, they're not gonna meet your parents that same day they pick you up, bro. Like I see how you I look, I see exactly what you see. I see you. Like I see that. You know what I mean? But like if you're picking me up in a Mercedes Benz or Bentley, I don't care if you're picking me up at my mom and dad's house. I'll meet you across the street around the corner. You're not gonna know where I live. I don't care how rich we are, how close we live. You're not knowing what house I live in and walking out of. Like that's just that's just privacy. Like you're not gonna put your neighbors involved in that. Like that's I mean, you gotta respect your neighbors. That's one of the like first commandments. Like that's kind of fucked up. You should have your own cameras, you should have your own cell phone, you should have your own dignity and walk across the street or around the corner and get picked up like everybody else. Not tell people where you live and pull up into the driveway and you can park here and come on in. I would never do that to my family, first off. And that's just not proper. Like what's proper is what's new. Online dating. And you're just not supposed to introduce yourself like no. I'm not gonna if you're coming to my house to pick me up, which I've known girls pick up my guy friends that don't even have cars. Bingo. I always had a car since 10th grade or 11th grade in high school. Always drove, right? And guess what that means? I was always the one that didn't even ask. I'm like, I'll come to you. All right, cool. I never told the chick, oh, come pick me up. I tried that one or two times after multiple times of meeting people. And I was just like, oh, if I tell her to come to me, she ain't coming. I felt the vibe. I felt the energy. I was like, she ain't coming to me. So I will pull up within 5 minutes and then go see her. Same thing as like when you meet somebody in person. Either they're gonna want to come hang out with you, walk around. Feel me? Like that's just some people don't even hear that. People, some people don't think out loud. Does that really mean with your mouth? Like that shit is already proven. So I don't know. I know how you want to see it and how you want to think about it. But then when they use your mind against your mind, that's when I'm talking about like things you should already know. Because you're thinking with your mouth. You're not thinking with your mind. You see what I did there? See the pause. Your mind is connected to your mouth, right? But you're the way you're communicating is like you're speaking without thinking. That means I'm not. I'm. I can see you thinking, but then when you talk, I can see that your story changed. That's what I mean. And look, I've gone to all kind of doctors, psychiatrists, physical therapists, brain surgeons. I got MRI, CAT scans. I got my eyes checked 6 times by 6 different doctors. I went to neuroscientists, two different everything, psychologists, psychiatrists. I went to like three of each. All those doctors, blood work. Guess what they said at the end? And I do this shit every week, every year. They said, Leonitrus, I don't know what, but there's nothing wrong with you. You're perfect. You see what I did there? So why is that so confusing? But what does that have to do with us going out on Friday? You know what you basically just said? You said, "Hey, I play volleyball on Fridays, but I'm gonna ask my cousin if he's gonna go, cause I be sleeping over at his house." So you're basically saying, "Hey, I'm gonna use my cousin as an excuse not to see my boyfriend." That's what you just did right there. You've been doing that for 2 weeks. I'm like 2 seconds from walking away. I don't think you understand that I'm there, cause you're not there. What does you playing volleyball and then sleeping over your cousin's house on Fridays have to do with us meeting up on Friday? Oh, I definitely gotta go play volleyball, but I definitely need to sleep over after. How about you go play volleyball and then I'll pick you up later at night? Like every other person, they go out at night. Unless you want to go for brunch or something, and I can't because I'm busy throughout the day, just like everybody else. You're being like very, very pushy with your distance. Like you're literally pushing me away physically at this point. Do you understand that? By your words. You get that right? All right, let me sit down. Holy shit. I think you've been pushing this back for too long. And I think it got to the point where, like, I'm sorry to say this, but I don't even know why I'm having this conversation. But I think it got to the point where you're like kind of hurting yourself emotionally. You've emotionally like shut yourself off. Like somebody told you, hey, don't have kids, don't get married, whether it was through their front two teeth or through their mind. However they did it, it got to you because that's what you're coming off like that. It sounds like somebody told you to go like f yourself without them telling you physically with their mouth. Because why else would you physically be like avoiding men for so long? My first girlfriend was like in second grade, I think. Third, no, it lasted from third to fourth grade, 2 years. My first girlfriend was in third grade. Matter of fact, that was my favorite teacher to this day. And like even her parents knew we were dating. Like It was a light skinned Panamanian, half Puerto Rican chick. I don't know what you're saving, but you saving something is making you unhappy. I don't know if that clicked for you. Because the way you just responded, you seem like you're frustrated, angry. I'm gonna be honest. You sound like you're still not sure whether you're gonna meet your boyfriend, dude. Like that's kind of fucked up. And I'm not even stressing you at this point. Like, if you don't want to meet me, like fine. If now we were gonna meet Friday and you were free Friday and now you got a volleyball game and your cousin sleepovers, like, bro, what are you saying? Okay. I don't mind picking you up after work. I don't know what time you want to go play volleyball, but, and I also don't know how long we're gonna hang out for. I just hope you don't keep like putting stuff off like that in your life, especially like you're a woman, like you're putting off males in your life. It feels like, and I don't know why I'm not a psychiatrist. They said nothing's wrong with me, obviously, uh, but like yeah, like bro, that's kind of that sound. Like I live now in the present, like God says. I don't live in the future. I live for what I want right now. Whatever I'm working for right now, I'm only doing it because I know there's something at the end. You feel that? I hope you feel that because I know most people in the world do not feel that. You understand what I just said? You understand what I'm saying to you? Most people in the world, I would assume, know what the fuck I just said. You understand? Cool. All right. So then, if I wait, you want me to pick you up from work, and we're definitely chilling Friday. You're not gonna say, "Oh, this came up and I have to do something now," because I feel like you've been doing that this whole time for like a month, rounding up and down. You've been saying, "Oh no, this came up. I gotta do this." Look, I understand it was your family's birthday and stuff, but for 4 days, it was like, first off, the first, oh, we're going on vacation during a blizzard. Yeah, and it got canceled. I understand that. Then it was the birthday. Then it was this. Now you're saying you got volleyball. What are you gonna say? Like, you don't plan. You it doesn't seem like you planning your life. It sounds like if your life is preordained and people have kids, have families and boyfriends and girlfriends, in the Bible it says some people aren't supposed to get married, and that's okay. I'm just saying maybe you're like that. Maybe I'm like that too, and I'm okay with that because that God makes me feel better when that happens. I'm good with that because I'm still getting it. Feel me? I don't think you know that. So you see, the fact is that you're not doing either one of those, from what you told me, in the most respectful way. So that means your life. I mean, you seem happy, but there's a piece of there's a piece missing. It might be that rib. You know what I mean? And it's time to like let it go because it ain't that serious. Like I never ever heard somebody say act like this. Yeah, I want to see you, but I want you to be God and make sure that nothing happens bad on that day, so you can make sure that you have things that you can do that you want to do. Unless you just don't want to do them and you're making obstacles occur so that you don't see me, which people do all the time. As much information as you want to know, don't sound like you want to. I don't know. That's kind of bad. I know I'm an encyclopedia and stuff, like I'm hella smart and I know a lot of things, but like, are you here just for information? Because if you are, I mean, you got nothing from me. I'm gonna just tell you right up, straight up. Unfortunately, um, I know you don't. I mean, I know God says that's real, but like, mm, that's that sound. I don't know, man. You're acting kind of iffy. You're throwing so many red flags. Siri, set alarm for 15 minutes, please. I mean, you do think like that because you're. I can tell you think like that. You want to know information, bro. Come on now. Like every other person. I don't know, man. I feel like you're calling me stupid because there's an actual like biblical dictionary word for this. The way you're acting, bro, because of one other person that lost. Bro, you're being like, bro, let's leave the conversation that the average income in America is $40,000, okay? We'll leave that there. Let that sink in for you. When that occurs, let me know right now, right? Let me know right now if we're definitely meeting Friday and the combo. No, now you're making a sentence seem like you know who I am, but you don't know because you're gonna want me to tell you. And I'm at the stage in life where I never had to tell anybody who I am. They either figured it out, they must have heard, and they got them in trouble. That's all that happens. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? You're asking for something. You haven't taken anything. Trust me, most girls I speak to act like this with me. And you do know that this sound, this energy, this talk is pretty much explanatory, self-explanatory to like, especially somebody going to the top 10 best college in America. Like, come on, I tell everybody that. But you've been like this even before you knew that. So what does that mean to me? Look, I'll see you Friday. I'll pick you up after work. Let me know where I'm gonna pick you up. I want to see how far it is. And if you want, I can pick you up around the block or something. So I don't know where the hell you work or whatever. I don't know how you want to do it. I don't mind, babe. You can tell me where you work. I'm tired of going back and forth with you. I'm like trying to like just see someone I could have met within 5 minutes of talking to them. And Christian. It's okay. I mean, I hope you mean that you're sorry and actually like make time to see me because it's been 3 weeks. And you wanted to wait 2 weeks the other day. I said, I don't know if that's gonna happen. I told you that. Okay, so I'm definitely seeing you Friday. But I want to see how far I'm from you. Are you gonna walk to a store or like or you want me to pick you up by your, I don't know, what do you want to do? I want to know because I need to go back to studying and work, babe. There's people literally in the chat chilling, hearing us talk.
Yeah, I'll pick you up at your work. What's your send me like I guess your location of your job. I'll pick you up by your job. All right, that's fine. Yeah, give me the name of the daycare or an address. I don't know. I want to see how far it is, babe. Oh my God. All right, let me check real quick on my iPhone.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for real. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for real. And it keeps going up. It was just at 700 views. Now it's at 785. Every time I refresh, it keeps going up. That's dope. 793.
What are you talking about?
Views. Now it's at 785. Every time I refresh, it keeps going up. That's dope. 793. What? That's fucking crazy. What's up, guys? I'm getting. Oh, I should. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for. That's dope. 793.
Siri, put alarm for an hour.
What? That's fucking crazy. What's up, guys?